Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Chit, and welcome to another episode of Chit Chat with your host, Linda Medeiros. Today, my guest is going to be Cathy Ruggles from Mohawk College. Today, we are going to do a movie review on the Black Panther, and we are also going to talk about the actor who played the Black Panther. So, please welcome my guest, Cathy Ruggles.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, Cathy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Sure.
Now, I understand you love the movie The Black Panther.
I did. I absolutely loved it. It was, I think it was like the highest grossing of the Marvel movies, if I'm not mistaken.
I would believe that it was.
Because it grossed over $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was like, wow. It was truly an amazing movie. And what made it even more amazing, and I didn't realize, well, nobody would know at the time, but Chadwick Boseman had died maybe a year or so later. And he had been battling colon cancer, which nobody even knew about. It was a secret, basically.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't share it with anybody. So that was so inspiring to see him do all like the fight scenes and all the running.
That is amazing.
Always with, and even in interviews, he always had a smile on his face. He was never like acting any kind of way. Like you never saw that he was in any kind of pain.
Mm-hmm. Like he looked really healthy, and that's how no one knew that he had cancer.
Right. So that for me was like, it came as such a shock when I heard.
Me too. Like I had no idea. Like he just looked really healthy. He didn't even look sick.
Yeah. He died. He died 2 years ago. Actually, it was August the 28th. So he died 2 years after Black Panther.
Yes.
So he never got to be able to film the Black Panther 2. And what's happening is that obviously they're going to like not replace him with another actor, but they're going to be talking about him throughout the movie. Like they're going to have, maybe they'll show scenes of him from the previous movie or whatnot, but it was, that was so touching.
Yeah. It's just like, you know, when Paul Walker passed away, they did a tribute of him.
Oh my God, I cried. I cried at that song that they had in the movie. The song, because the song came out, I think, before the actual movie.
Oh, See You Again?
Yes. And the moment I heard the song, I'm like, oh my God, that song. And when I saw the movie, I can't remember the train of events, if the song came up before the movie or after movie, whatever. But when I saw the movie and just that song, it was just like, it put me over the top.
Oh yeah, it's very emotional.
The whole movie long, I was waiting. Okay, so we never knew which part in the movie that he had passed, right?
Yeah.
It was one of his brothers that stepped in for him.
Yes, I remember.
So you didn't know, and I thought, okay, but it seems like it's Paul Walker for the whole movie, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I know. It was like we never knew it was his brother. It just, maybe it was like a twin.
Yeah, and it was just, it's something that I noticed whenever you have movies and the main actor of the movie passes before the movie is finished, and they have somebody else in the role. It just, it's just very like astonishing or astounding to me that that person actually, passed away.
I know, it's very sad and shocking. So like, how did you fall in love with the Black Panther? Like, I mean, like, how did it become your favorite?
Well, I've seen like, I think all the Marvel movies. I think I've seen all of the Marvel movies. And this one was the absolute best because it was an all-star an all-black cast, first of all,
Yeah.
which is not something that I don't even know if there's
You,
been black actors in the Marvel movies, period. So that
no,
was
you
number,
rarely see that.
yeah, I can't remember ever seeing a black actor in a Marvel's movie. So
Me neither.
that was one thing. And then the fact that it was the women that were the warriors,
Oh, yes.
that
Of course.
they protected, like Wakanda, they protected their king, right? Or Prince
Yes.
T'Challa. And it
Hmm.
was,
Yeah. I like how they use the different types of technology. Like it looks so like robotic, like the CGI and the
right.
outfits they wear.
They were, it's, and what's so interesting is because you don't see that like in the
Hmm.
news or on in movies or anything when it's when you're talking to commercials, when you're talking about Africa, it's like it's such a poor country and give generously and things like that. But in reality, there's plenty of places in Africa that are extremely rich, and
Yeah.
the technologies that they had was so much more advanced than Western civilization
Right.
that it was the white man that actually tried to steal
Hmm.
their vibranium, and and it was just,
Right.
yeah, it was, that whole movie was monumental because it was a first, and also the fact that it broke $1 billion in like no time at all
Right. Yeah.
in sales.
It's the popularity that people will fall in love with a certain movie.
Yeah.
Yes. And his love interest in the movie, I know her first name's Nikita, but I can't pronounce her last name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Nyong'o. Nyong'o. Yeah.
Yes, that
Lupita
too.
Nyong'o.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's so pretty.
She is. I mean, well, it was an all-star cast. I mean,
Yeah.
Forest Whitaker, you had Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, I forget Angela Bassett as the
Oh,
mother.
I love Angela Bassett.
It was a beautiful movie. It was well put together.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And did any of the celebrities inspire you to do what you want to do and not give up on hope?
I would have to say, well, Chadwick, especially now after like his
Yes.
past, but just in the movie, how he like took charge, like how his dad basically was killed in front of him.
Oh
And
my
he
goodness.
didn't you see the movie?
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were
In the
talking about
movie,
its
I'm
real story.
talking like the explosion,
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
right? And
I've
like he
seen
was,
movies like that.
yeah, and just the fact that he didn't even have any time to grieve. He had to go back home to Wakanda and rule Wakanda, right? So
Yeah, it's like Batman, like when his parents were
were
killed in front
killed.
of him. So it's kind of like Batman
Yeah,
in a way.
it's just being able to overcome, you know, obstacles or trials or tribulations, just sad times and unexpected events, and being able to pick yourself up and just moving forward, and not
Exactly.
digging yourself into a hole and just burying yourself there. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So like these movies can teach us life lessons. Like don't give up on hope, keep your head up high, and never put others down. Never put others down, and
Right.
don't let others put you down. I just love it how they teach us lessons in real life.
Yeah, there was so many like very important, very valuable lessons. The fact that the women
Mm-hmm.
were not like just like shy or quiet or domestic women. The women were like warriors. They protected the men.
Yeah, we
You
women
know,
can do anything.
yes, it was very inspirational on so many levels.
Yes, I love that. Now, do you have any advice for anyone who's going through a difficult time or who needs to, get their their feedback on track?
I would say because it's very easy, mental health is a very real thing, and
Yeah,
it's becoming like much more common than several years ago.
right.
Or maybe it's the fact that people are now talking about it much more, and you have a
Mhm.
lot of celebrities coming out about it much more than before.
Yeah.
Before it was more taboo to talk about. It was something that was, in secret.
Oh, I know.
And now people are being very open and very honest and reaching out for help. And
Exactly.
I think it's helpful for people that still would rather stay in a little hole and just be miserable than reach
Yeah.
out. And what something that really affected me dearly was Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah. I
Um,
love
be-
that.
yeah, because he was doing what I wanted to do. Like, he was traveling around the world. I mean, I didn't want to eat all the
Right.
food he was eating because some of the stuff I was like, okay, I would be sick. But just the way he was, his personality, like he was like not afraid to go anywhere to speak to anybody. Everybody loved him. And then he had spoken a couple of times during his Parts Unknown when he was doing the CNN show. He had
Yes.
spoken a couple of times about his depression. And I think it's something that, like, for me, once you've been depressed, then you never fully recover. Like, you can hide it or you can
Oh,
do much
I
better about
know.
it. But I think there's always one thing that will set you off. And just, I think what happened with him, something set him off, or he just never fully recovered, or he was a tremendous actor that nobody could see that he was
Mm,
battling demons inside.
right?
So for me, it was just sort of like, I was so mad when I heard, and I thought, how selfish.
Yeah.
You have family, like you have like basically a wife, um, common law or whatnot, a wife and a little a daughter, and I just thought you denied them the chance of like loving you more.
Oh,
So I was very upset about that. But then
I'd be too.
everybody handles everybody handles like stress and demons differently. And unfortunately, he had gone into rehab or whatever, he got help. But like I say, I don't think that it ever truly leaves you. And so it's just unfortunate that he couldn't continue fighting, that he just, life became too much for him and he just kind of, he checked out. So I think it's very important for people not to check out. There's so many places that someone can go to get help.
Yeah,
There's
there's
so many
always
like
help.
hot suicide hot the hotlines, and there's so many different areas that people can go to get help. And it's just the question of reaching out for it and not suffering in silence, basically.
Exactly. I love that advice. Always get help when you're feeling down.
Yeah, there's always someone you can talk to.
Of course. There's always your mom, your friends, your family, whoever you trust.
Yeah,
Always talk to that person.
for example, Belle, let's talk. you
Yeah,
know
that could work.
there's always there's always like an outlet.
Yes. I love that the advice you gave to anybody that's going through difficult times.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on my show today, Cathy.
Oh, you're welcome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very nice meeting you and talking with you, Linda.
Well, thank you very much. And
I
I'm
say
so
meeting you, I say meeting you like it's our first time talking, but I'm being professional.
exactly.
No, it's been great. It's been a great interview.
Well, I'm very glad you can come on Chit Chat.
Sure, anytime.
Oh, of course, you're welcome to come on anytime.
All right.
Yeah. And thank you. I want to thank everyone from Mohawk College, including you and our other classmates. for the support, and clicks for the teamwork. And I also want to thank Stephanie Zavaron, who helped me with my interview skills too, for both of us too.
Right.
And thank you to the audience who are watching this show.
Thank you, audience.
Would you like to do the honors of the inspiration, Cathy?
The honors of the inspiration. I think I've said it. Just sort of like, keep your head up high and never let any kind of demons bring you down. Always remember there is always someone that you can speak to. You don't have to fight it alone.
No, never. I love that. And then until then, always have a positive attitude.
Right.
Join me on another episode on Chit Chat where I talk to another classmate of mine, Sean Wade, about his career on podcasting. So until then, always put a bright smile on your face.
Oh, thank you. And have a great afternoon.
You too, Cathy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.